What's up, y'all? It's T-Tar, and we're gonna be looking at y'all's theories for the Indigo disc and beyond in this video. But first off, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I got something for y'all. Shank that like button. I'm giving you the big extreme episode later today, so check back in and y'all can let me know. You just witnessed the Terupagus climax. Now you're gonna see the big final climax of Extreme with Zacian and Zamazenta's brother. So y'all can look forward to that. Y'all let me know who you think would be stronger after you watch the episode. I know my answer, y'all. It's crazy. Let's go to y'all's theories. 2024 Pokemon game map leak. Hi T-Tar. In the official art of the Indigo disc, there seems to be another map present. Could this be the map of next year's game? Alright, so I think they're referring to this. There's a post on Reddit about it here. It's like in one of the classrooms at Blueberry Academy. They show this map on the wall. So they're thinking, is it like a new region in the Netherlands? Listen, and the Netherlands is a great place for a new game. We know Pokemon does this. They throw in little teasers for the next games. So check it out, right? If I show y'all a map of where the Netherlands is, it's kind of cool. So this is the United Kingdom. So this is Galar. This is Kalos. And down here is Paldea. So the Netherlands works because this would be in the same vicinity. For some reason, Game Freak's really tackling this place. The fact that they're tackling all these nearby locations makes people think they're about to address the whole AZ war thing. Who knows if it's gonna happen, but that's a pretty good spot for a new region. New Pokemon game name. Hey T-Tar, I was thinking about your theory about how the remakes for Gen 5 might not actually be remakes, but a whole new game. So they're building on that idea and saying that instead of them making two games to make Unova Revisit in modern times, that is just one game, and they would call it Pokemon Gray. They're saying Nintendo, Game Freak, and Creatures have filed trademarks for such a name, which is true. They've trademarked so many names. They even trademarked Scarlet way in the past. They also trademarked like Pokemon Water Blue. I swear they have Delta Emerald trademarked as well. A lot of them they just have for safety. Like Pokemon Gray, if I remember correctly in the interviews, the reason they went with the Black 2 and White 2 was to surprise fans. So I don't think they ever had the intention of making Pokemon Gray back then. They just got it for safety. But I guess they're saying if they were to make use of this and make the next games Pokemon Gray, we could actually look through the trademarks. Look at this. They got Pokemon Topaz. Yo, Topaz for Gen 10. Like Pokemon, nah, listen, too many gems gets a bit confusing. Pokemon Topaz and Amethyst, Tourmaline, Pokemon Moonstone, White Gold, Pokemon Brown. Look, all of these are filed around 2008 too. They just went on a crazy ride. Vermilion, Purple, Crimson, and Scarlet. You can actually see Pokemon's train of thought when they register these names, right? These are like their checklist of potential games. Pokemon Purple and Scarlet, or Purple and Crimson. They're probably thinking of that at some point. Here we go, Pokemon Delta Emerald. Alright, I'm gonna hit y'all with something, right? If you ask my personal opinion, I don't think they would call it Pokemon Gray because they don't want to risk the community misunderstanding it to be like Platinum or Emerald. That would be a huge cost for them. Even though that sounds like a perfect middle title, right? Finally addressing the original dragon, Pokemon Gray in 2024 as modern Unova games, a whole new game. Listen, I got Monster on speed. He told me we can't do Gray. Sorry. Important character. Hey T-Tar, I wanted to talk about a character I haven't seen many people mention. Colress. He helps us with Team Rainbow Rocket by sending them back to their own timelines. So they're saying if they were to revisit Unova in modern times, Colress could be a pivotal character to help understand mirror timelines. Which makes sense, right? The professor also talked about how they got Paradox Pokemon from mirror timelines. So maybe he could extend the lore of what the Paradox Pokemon really are in that way. Yo, wouldn't that be so dope? Okay, you remember the Ultra Spaces? You already know what I'm gonna say. You know you can go to Pheromosa's world and all? Imagine. They wouldn't do it though, would they? That would be so freaking cool. So in Unova Revisits, you use Terupagus' power in some way, whether Colress is involved or not. And you can just temporarily go into like the world of the Paradox Pokemon. Now, we don't know if like Brute Bonnet, Screamtail are all from different parallel worlds, but if it sounds like they're from the same, right? They all have the photosynthesis ability. So imagine you just get one Ultra Space like side quest in both games where you can actually go to a small futuristic world where it's always electric terrain and you can find Paradox Pokemon there, or the past where it's always drought. Frick, I want this so bad. It would be really cool to see Paradox Pokemon in their natural habitat, not Brute Bonnet wandering the caves of Area Zero. And using this, they could introduce like one new Paradox in each version that you find roaming in their place. Oh my god, I just realized. So Sada and Toro, if the parallel worlds is how it actually happened, that means Sada, AI Sada, is in a parallel world right now. And Turo is as well. But you know, it's not just that they're in parallel worlds. They're in parallel worlds, but then also in the future, in the past. So it's gonna be hard to chase after them. That's if it's parallel worlds and not our own timeline. All right, back to what he's saying. He has one more idea, which is that in Sword and Shield's DLC, when you go to the Isle of Armor, they actually give you 2 bike options that are interestingly named: Sparkling White and Glistening Black. You know what's crazy about this? Especially if they give ILCA the black and white basic remakes to do, they would give them a simple remake title like this. Just like how we got Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, we would get like Sparkling White and Glistening Black developed by ILCA. Y'all, that's not impossible. So the base reason you get these colors in the Isle of Armor is to give your bike the shiny Pokemon effect. But the question here is, were they secretly Easter egging black and white when they named it these? Kyurem, Tropius, and the original dragon. Hey T-Tar, I've actually got some thoughts regarding your last video. So they're adding on to our Zekrom Reshiram being coincidentally a lot like Katan Maran idea. So in the same way we talked about how Kyurem could wipe out the terrain and weathers just like Tropius, he's given another cool example for that. So just like how Tropius' ability is called Terraform Zero, if Kyurem got something called like Absolute Zero. Dude, Absolute Zero sounds like a crazy ability. It kind of sounds like Terraform Zero, but with the added effect that if you're not an ice type, you like take damage every turn. Absolute Zero sounds insane. That's like an ongoing sheer cold. But yeah, I'm still so hyped over that revelation that Kyurem being ice is literally like freezing the tides of time between the ancient truths and the futuristic ideals. Bro, if Game Freak didn't intend for this, then what kind of crack lane have I gone into? Like, how am I reading coincidences like this? These can't be coincidences. The last thing I have to say is I think I might know what the original dragon's type might be. In the Pokemon world, it is either truths or ideals. In real life too. To them, both things can only exist in a fairy tale. This is why I think the original dragon might be a dragon fairy type. That would be insane. I don't fully get this, that they only exist in a fairy tale. Maybe you mean like, because usually like the population is like split half and half between the two, right? Maybe you mean an ideal, wow, you can't say ideal. Maybe you mean a perfect world where they're combined. So yeah, I guess that would be a fairy tale. Dragon fairy would be crazy. The thing is, we're so used to the idea it'd be pure dragon that I kind of want it to be something weird now, like dragon fairy. Don't be a dragon normal type. Okay, we're done with this. Tropius was normal, it's badass, no more. That's actually not bad. Honestly, y'all, I'm a little nervous for what happens in February of this year, man. Please, Game Freak, I believe in you. All right, make sure y'all shank that like button and look forward to Extreme later today. Make sure y'all watch it with no spoilers. Catch the premiere. Just enjoy it because this is the ending of the Extreme Randomizer series and it's a lot of fun. So I hope y'all enjoy. Shank that like button and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.